It's a great day! Is it? Is it really? This video is brought to you by Tostitos Restaurant Style. No, I'm not paid. I just think they're the best to make nachos, and we're still in football season. So, it's a great day, people. The Canadian EV rebate of $5,000 from Transport Canada is gone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There was a point a few years ago where that was valid. I never got it, okay? I've been driving EV since 2013. And I never got one of these rebates because it came in and it went out and it came in and it went out. And whenever I had the money to buy one, because they're so expensive, there was no rebate. And I bought one because it made sense to buy one, and they're great cars and trucks. Especially the Lightnings. They're just fantastic. But they're expensive. And this is why they're having a hard time selling them. But a $5,000 rebate just keeps the price up $5,000. And if anyone doesn't think that's true, they don't know how companies work. There is no way I would sell my EV in Canada for what I actually want to sell it for when they're getting $5,000 from the government for free. I'm going to charge $5,000 more. And I'm going to put that in and reinvest it into my company. Now, if these companies didn't reinvest correctly, well, that's too bad for them. Because now they have to compete. So this also, I live in Alberta. Alberta has never, ever considered an EV rebate. Never. We've never had one. Never thought of getting one, never thought of bringing one in. Either you compete or get out the door. But British Columbia had one, Quebec had one, Ontario had one. British Columbia has ended their EV rebate, and it was on things that should not have gotten a rebate. I'll be honest with you. A plug-in hybrid car should get a rebate. Why are you kidding me? I have a friend who bought a plug-in hybrid. He got $5,000. That's not an EV. EV is just EV. They changed the names on them because plug-in hybrid, is an EV. It is not. That's a gas-powered car. EV is EV, just batteries. So they changed the name and called it a BEV, a BEV. Dumb. EVs are exactly that. They run on electricity, electric vehicle. The mamby-pambies have to get out there and label everything. So, Quebec has gotten rid of their rebate, Ontario and British Columbia. I'm not aware of anyone else having provincial rebates. This is tax dollars just being wasted that could have gone into healthcare, infrastructure, investment into new businesses, irrigation. I can think of a billion things that money could have got into to make the cost of living lower in our country, like balanced budgets and a strong dollar. But anyways, I digress. I don't have enough money to put my name in to be Prime Minister, so can't do it. Because believe it or not, you got to have some money to do that, to run for the leadership. I didn't realize that. Really kind of crazy. Maybe that's why you don't get good leaders. But I just want to let you know, the EV rebates are gone. This is fantastic. Now, just to give you a little idea, up here in the little corner here, I'm going to put in some prices, actual prices off the website after I get this filmed, of what you can buy today. You're not getting any rebates. Okay, 2025. There are cars out there that are incredibly priced, and there's some that are extremely expensive. But on the EV side, we have Ford. We've got the Mach E and the Lightning. The Mach E, I don't think you can get one under, premium, Mach E premium, not short range. These short range EVs should not even be made. Like the Chrysler or the Fiat 500e, 240 kilometers of range, and it's 40 grand. Don't buy that. Buy a hybrid instead. Okay, please buy a hybrid. Do not buy that. That is just a waste of money. If those were 15 grand, they'd be worth it, but not at 40. They're 40 grand in Canada. This is ridiculous for 240 kilometers. It's cold out today. I mean cold, it's minus 25. I could do a road trip, 400 kilometers. That thing won't make it out of the city at minus 25 and windy. So anyways, get a hybrid. So a friend of mine came to me and said, let's get a hybrid. I said, well, let's go look at the RAV4 hybrids, because he's a Toyota guy. And then he goes, well, I don't know if I can afford that. And I said, well, how about the Ford Escape hybrid? He goes, well, I don't know if I can afford that. And I said, how about an Equinox? Equinox comes out, and, you know, they're a little smaller. Chevy's and GM's got a lot of these smaller SUV things. So, but Equinox is in the news, and I thought maybe you could get an Equinox EV. Way too expensive. They're $51,000 in Canada. And then I said, okay, well, Equinox is out. There's a gas version, again, too expensive for him. He needs it around $35,000. And he wants a newer one because he's never had a new car. And he's in his 50s. He's saved up some money, needs a little bit, you know, SUV-y kind of thing. And I have an Escape hybrid, and he's like, this would be perfect. I said, well, let's take a look at the RAV4 hybrid and the RAV4 normal and the Escape and the Equinox, and then we went to Honda, and we went to all the car companies. So at the end of the day, nobody had a hybrid, but they're $48,000, $45,000, right? Because the hybrids only come on certain trims, and if you want a plug-in hybrid on the Escape side, it's the top trim. If you want a plug-in hybrid on a Lexus, it's the top trim. If you want a plug-in hybrid in Toyota, it's the top trim. So they don't have it in medium trims. Okay, average trims, they just have it in the top trim, so not affordable. So then we said, okay, well, let's just get a RAV4. Okay, well, RAV4s, what do they cost? Well, right up here in the box is what they cost. Oh, well, that's not gonna happen. Then Ford Escape, let's go get a Ford Escape. You should be able to get a Ford Escape for under $35,000. You should be able to. And we did, we found one for $34,900. With a 1.5 liter active all-wheel drive thing, pretty medium trim, actually worked out pretty good, and got ourselves a deal on that. Every other car was more money. So at the end of the day, he ended up with a Ford Escape. Wanted the RAV4, really wanted it, but we got a Ford Escape, 4.99% financing for $34,900 all in. Okay, and then he paid for the 3M on top of that, so it went over $35,000. The RAV4 was nowhere close. The Honda was nowhere close. Nissan didn't have anything. Mazda didn't have anything even close to that in size and cost. It was just absolutely amazing how the difference is there. Now, I'm pretty sure these $35,000 Ford Escapes are going to disappear here in a couple of days because, you know, like $35,000 is kind of the sweet spot. Now, my friend had $10,000 down. So he put the $10,000 down and he financed the rest 4 years. As I said in my previous videos, should not finance a vehicle over 4 years. And one of the things I missed saying about that, your life changes significantly about every 5 years. So to have a vehicle with a loan longer than 4 puts yourself in a financial pickle that sometimes you can never get out. Oh yeah, if you buy the Escalade or Explorer, Expedition, or these big SUVs, well, maybe your life changes don't affect you. But that's a lot of money to spend for a long time, which puts you in a financial pickle. So the EV rebates are gone. And so what's happening with the EVs? Well, a Mustang Mach E is pretty much $65,000 in Canada. I might be able to find one for $60,000, but right now I don't think I can find one under, say, $60,000 because there's no rebates anymore. The Lightnings, they're down to like $75,000. Remember, everything is the longest version of what they make. Do not buy any of the short version ones. If you live where it's cold like I do, anywhere in Canada, you will regret it. You will absolutely regret it. It doesn't matter if it's for work, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you buy the short range vehicles, you will regret it. Then we got the Equinox EV. Yeah, you know, they couldn't make it go 600 kilometers. Like, you know, they just had to be 460. And I don't care what anyone says, I test drove it, it's 460. They're $52,000, okay, for the two LT. There's the LT, then the 2LT, and then the RS or the 3. They got 4 different versions of that, but the 2 version is equipped pretty good. But those are $52,000 plus GST, or provincial tax wherever you are. No provincial tax where I live. And then of course you got to put the 3M on where I live because they put rocks on the road. I got 2 rock chips yesterday. And then Tesla's Model 3, well, I wouldn't buy one. The Model Y, which is, you know, I don't think it's under 67,000 is as low as it gets. You're not getting under $67,000. You're just not. That's the price. It's on their website. Don't bother going there. They want you to buy it online. Then let's go over to Hyundai. Hyundai's got cars, but again, they are $55,000. The Kona, which is a very short distance. I ran into someone the other day on a cold road trip trying to go from Edmonton to Calgary. They had to make 2 stops to charge or they wouldn't have made it. That short range, that Kona is a short range. You're just in the city. You're never going anywhere. Going out to Banff and back, which is a wonderful thing to do. It's only an hour and a half away. And a Kona, probably not going to make it with the elevation up and down and stuff. Anyways, so they got some choices, but again, very expensive. All in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And that's just unaffordable. But the hybrids, there should be hybrids in the 30s coming. We all know everything's down in price. Aluminum, copper, steel, paint, fabric, everything that goes into a car has gone down in price by a minimum of 50%, if not more, in the last 3 years. And it's gone down even more. I checked today. Unbelievable what the raw cost of everything that goes into a vehicle has just been reduced massively. So there's no reason these cars and trucks can't be made cheaper. And they're going to have to make them for a better price because all the people that can pay the big money for a car have paid big money for a car. I went out and paid big money for a car. I'm 2.5 years in. I'm not trading. I'm not even thinking. I don't care what it's worth. I'm at least 200,000 kilometers or maybe 250,000 kilometers before I'll even consider trading it in. And everybody I know that went out and bought a car or a truck or an SUV when I did is in the same boat. They're not interested in trading in at 2.5, 3 years. They want to get electrics. You're not trading in at 120 because things are going wrong with your engine and all this kind of stuff. Nothing goes wrong. You replace your tires, you just keep going. I got 100,000 kilometers. I bet you I'm going to get 200,000 kilometers out of my brakes. So you're going to not do anything until you hit 200, 250,000 kilometers. And don't fall for the FUD on the batteries and stuff. So this is a great day. The rebates are gone and people are now going to have to compete. And these companies that have sucked that $5,000 per vehicle into their pockets can now, hopefully, they managed it correctly, produce these vehicles at a better price. Because if they don't become a better price, nobody's going to buy them. You can offer 0% financing all you want. Nobody's paying $90,000 for a Lightning XLT or a Silverado longest range W2WT or the RST. The top trim is 30 grand. They just came out, so there's buyers for that. But at the end of the year, there's no buyers for that at that price. So get on out there, work on your deals. Thank you for getting rid of the rebates. Rebates should never last longer than a year. Otherwise, it becomes a boondoggle and the companies take advantage of it. Everybody knows this, but government just can't get out of their own way when they make a mistake. They need to pivot quickly, like a football game. It's halftime. You need to change the script. They can't. They're too slow, too stupid, and who knows. Have yourself a great weekend. It's minus 25 where I am. It was Chinookin earlier in the week, but all of a sudden, boom, winter is back. And I'll see you in the future.